Champions League, analysis in trying to tell.
Okay.
Na as one babeke, the assembly baba to make me studio hono. Na Fifi any analysis no. Na me who say Fifi kasa about to Rhys James.
And the injury no.
And in the injury no. Na me studio na me sere. Na me sere because na me tiase. Say oni ni mienu mo di Rhys James won come on the Champions League day.
Onya bibia nkampa.
Oh na me tiase. Say mo di Rhys James
but ya pa was a Champions League
on the Champions League day.
Charles in Manchester United nkampa.
Na me tiase. O say o team mo bi sa na eni umu. Nti we dey Chelsea for any Man U for metimase. Oh, and then mo interest na any sports no mo metimase. Baby am team ne bona. Oh. Na mon kafra. Ka Champions League ya ka best club FIFA ba. O betima trase.
O best me. Around you am trase o. O best me mienu na Champions League mo do o best me. As you said you me over Champions League. Adapa for mo. Mo ko se burn mo fa mo se nya mo na.
You ko elim. For my home match we nyina. Bibi ka che me say me glance through all the games e be so and na. Me jiri say over 1.5 bet for all the games.
Matches ni na.
Yes. And the Champions League games, S6 games. Me share matches ni din from our match we are. Bibi catch me say all the games over 1.5 bet. Inti Young Boys Villa over 1.5, Juventus PSV over 1.5, Sporting Club de Portugal Lille over 1.5, Real Madrid Stuttgart over 1.5, Milan Liverpool over 1.5, Bayern Dynamo Zagreb over 1.5. That is what I see. Say me who fixtures for any Champions League now. Now we start with the big boys, Real Madrid. Rich motivation anywhere. Real Madrid ain't here to play the Champions League. Players and coaches say it is their favorite competition. And so Real Madrid in league. Now a time for Champions League. They know say it is a time for a special competition. Club na epenable. Now Rich, at the end of motivation enough. Say, at the end of Champions League. Now all training. Now Champions League for organizers album training grounds. Say last season Champions League na moje ye no. Awards na ya name mu no. And then ye di awards na Ibrahim. Ye bring Jude Bellingham Young Player of the Year. Ye bring Vinicius Best Player of the Year. And ye bring Kylian Mbappe Top Scorer of the Champions League. And ahead of any game no. Real Madrid in 90 years say ye nim say omo na so be dream. This season in the Champions League, Rich, omu nyina no yakai omu babre in the Champions League. Good news for Real Madrid. Jude is back. And Enra Oye training. And he is in the lineup for any game against Stuttgart. Rich, Medica can say my new laptop, me drew video that me kepia connect one and me bro. Me say omo ya na ma ya mama me. Medica can say I see this game as an over 1.5 game. While we are bold, you can add a Real Madrid win. And then come a bet. Medical me bet. I see this game as an over 1.5 game. Real Madrid able to against Stuttgart. You can give them either win or a double chance. It will fee against Stuttgart and they will be able to beat them. But the good news, and they say Jude Bellingham comes in as the number 10 behind Kylian Mbappe with Vinicius, Rodrigo, the goal, Valverde, and Makasa. The only problem is that without your money any Camavinga no Real Madrid balance in a shaky kakra, but they have a lot of firepower anymore when it comes to offensive transitions. And I think say Omubo fear against Stuttgart no. Me prediction over 1.5 hours our game in him. Villa are back. And I don't come X account to almost say, oh, you go Europe. That is what they've tweeted. They are one-time Champions League winners. Omagi Champions League, I think twice. Now, Omuko long sleep. Unai Emery Eddie Omaba back into the Champions League. Rich. And Omuko Bain. Akobo young boys. Now, me kind of for young boys and Ama Galatasaray Ama Champions League this season. And any team you can just walk over. Villa Foden himself today is going to be a very, very difficult game. Eddie Amomo. Look, Oriya friend Unai Emery experienced customer when it comes to European football. And me also said ne obey the also ye to make sure say Aston Villa bet me after the game no but it's always going to be difficult against young boys consistently. Omo Champions League ni Empo Echi Tima your friend Aston Villa. So another over 1.5 game at the Emame Sporting Club de Portugal Etina Portugal. Our Avalanche. Now Omone Tima your friend Lille Metropole Abo ene enumre look Bibian Society Sporting they are still playing wonderful football under Amorim Portugal. And then there is nothing short of some games, ABM or Honum. And said enough FIFA, your chorus goes now, or say, all-time goal scorer, and I say anytime goal scorer for Tima, your friend Sporting Club de Portugal. And your little neighbor, I think, say Sporting should be able to score the goals. Into another over 1.5 game, or your board say Real Madrid game now, you add their double chance or win to or draw on that wait me alcohol. Even with Jonathan Davis and Sadanya, they are the start of the season, and they are struggling a little bit. But the more firepower once is Jonathan Davis, Canada striker, no, and that or more anymore. And to realize our game in the Bessiaco, but I think say on paper, Sporting Club de Portugal, a favorite say or more able to me after BB FSR game with mu. But the over 1.5 in there, may assure say a bit to me ato. Juventus our first game, our Champions League game this season, and the referee Thiago Motta, our the Allianz Stadium, our Turin against PSV. Now, Rich. Minimum Thiago Motta by he has tried changing things. Or statistics are the year. But the last 2 games, I say momentum number 410. But he will relish European nights Turin under the lights. Now already in the new Juventus team now Wakakoso Ebetimi Ede Amano. Why the call up and he had to set in the lineup now or the Ebera game, I am very, very interested. But Rich, Maminka Juventus for the Ebi. Final for no Mono. Rich, this season, and I say in the French Eredivisie, Rich, almost 20 goals. Almost winning all 5 matches.
As a goal, you almost share.
Winning goals. And Nancy, who said Juventus for after this struggle with the goals. Even so, Utie Gabia, no, say Thiago Motta say, Abanti friend Dusan Vlahovic goes now Emban or Giri say, Enchibia, or Bestatia goes, But Rich, they should watch out for an enumere against a very, very good scoring team. And Omoni Omo Ebabe Bono and Yanumere. This is the team I ever knew say Omo Eddie Eberem, PSV against Tima, Yeferi Juventus, Vlahovic, Yedis, Nico Gonzalez, Cup minus in the number 10 row. Turam and Locatelli as a deep line central midfielders with Cambiaso, Brema, Gatti, and Kalulu and Omu complete Omu back four. I think say this game should also at least give us 2 goals. Say that me who no. This game should at least also give us 2 goals. Very, very intriguing game. But I trust a game, everything me ama is 2 goals now. Yeah, even Liverpool AC Milan, European Classic. Real Madrid free war. We are talking about 2 most successful clubs are more the Champions League game. And then you may omo ebe take back to their days of glory. That was San Siro. Unya any better game to watch in the Champions League if those two teams are a classic Champions League game. Now, Rich, this weekend, Juventus, AC Milan, Eshe Valencia for the 5. They are well motivated for that game. We now, Mr. Moskepe Mami. Now, the ever say AC for share 5 no. Liverpool and me and Shan Nottingham Forest. And the AC4 a lot of confidence going to the game. Liverpool a reaction to give to Omo fans. And then Anslot a birthday. And the team now fan very, very good. And they are taking Federico Chiesa back to Italy. Abenti Fano Alvaro Morata say AC Milan will have to give everything and then you say omo pese omo a winning game now, then of course omo coach say they need the momentum and omo here motivation and a world class game to beat team your friend Liverpool and omo expect say San Siro atmosphere no everything aspect omo on na omo timi ako. Rich, look at the players omo ebe line up for the two teams. Neka chem say game way and yet they still to produce goals. Say Salah, Diaz, Jota, front three. Now, Pulisic, Rafael Leao, Alvaro Morata, front three. We are talking about gamer. It should at least not disappoint in giving us at least 2 goals. Rich, me prediction for this Champions League in the day. Sana can our matchmaking games in Milan. These games should give us goals now. Yeah, games. The last one, Bayern Munich, Dynamo Zagreb. Rich. When say Adia Bayern young one is playing in the group stages of the Champions League. They do very, very well. And see whether almost starts and then said that and you're so great in the Bundesliga. The last time they played, they scored 5. Abante friend of Hurricane about hat-trick. And they almost left here against team my friend Dynamo Zagreb. Now, Michel Manonuya, ne pre-match press conference, you know. Rich. Say Oti say any coach or player. A pre-match press conference. Now all opponent ni players ni di and it's not Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid or Dynamo Zagreb, but Manonia any more players ni di know where they stand baby on ball and how quality and on weaknesses. Oh, and I was so amazed. Say all boss uncle phone Eddie, Mr. Moses keep back and farmer men the TIS are good. Now Rich Manone Casano, or say Abranti Freno Buturina in the number 10 row, no, very powerful. And that Petkovic now, or you almost striker, no, say, one shame yao, be show. Manone yao, talking about Dynamo Zagreb as if say, or talking about some grade 18 B, only Momu players, no, and he says that they've done a very, very good job. And then you may our the Alliance Arena, or Mobeti me Ashomo. I think, say, out of all the games, no. Rich, say Opa Bakwa, Ubenya GDA part to say a win for them at home and over 1.5 it should be Bayern. They do very, very well in the group stages. And I think say Nenyumre or more ever year ama Dynamo Zagreb for so a Bayern win over 1.5 hours our game to Rich. That is how I wrap up my Champions League. Okay. And you may have CAF president. I can't say me. Only someone no cannot.
Oh yeah, now some more can there.
No, but so or catch the kids, but now say very kakrebi on.
As a diplomatic.
And some now can na any winter. Now on Timin cancer kids one me do wow.
No, sir Ayala. Say a country like Niger. Say be only standard pitch near so football baby. And no
news can
but we are talking about Ghana. Ghana what here for? Say Ghana say na yenya baby a yebebo in games or why because you need standard pitches between hosts our games and so a car president na sama wakana very very touching na if that me both voice na momo etiba before cry you be call no voice
na was come here me draw no
yeah
was come here me draw no but me say
I kwa kakra no aba be
some you be draw no achiska no na me sorry ko gina wa na wo say me ba be draw no enti me ma wa allowance kaka na wetimi atwa bi Nti star 281 has option 2 na etwa bi na enso so etimi ewi ni bi nti me se wa me ye bro no sisi a at 20 million no na enso so no me percent time kakra bi ba so na ye start say chase can gidigidi nti star 281 has option 2 e share fm na ye timi a chase can wo rich
Arenti ye baka president Yewra Patrick Muchepe na asam no so asam o panina kanetie for ne se wutie show ya me se onya botre pa ne ti o panina asam na waka enso awo no but before e beba kra no news are eba at the chese after say a close Kumasi Baba Stadium no is a National Sports Authority say Accra Sports Stadium yatum Cape Coast Sports Stadium and also yatum. So what that means is that they say House of Folk Accra Lions and Dreams FC as almost no pro alternative venues are edibebo home games that is the news if you and so deba now yanko to CAF president nasam na wakano na yemfanshe yenshow that say from AF7.
There's nothing that frustrates me more than a national team or a football team from Kenya, bad example, because you've got wonderful facilities, but from a country to go and play outside. You can't build football in any country in Africa if the national team or the football clubs do not play in front of their nations. And that's why the passion of President Ruto and his commitment makes me so proud, And he doesn't just love. When I went to see Talanta, they said the president has been here himself to investigate and to see the work that's been done. So I'm very clear that we've made good success in reducing the number of countries that plays outside their nation. But, in every meeting I have with the head of state, and that's why the relationship between NIC and the government, it's something that I'm very happy about. Because in every country, the emphasis is let's work together to make sure that we've got at least one stadium that's at the FIFA and CAF standards.
Okay. And the CAF president, Yewra Patrick Muchepe, and now Odesan Komoyi, and so added to Eyedana, Papa ne say, Yamian sometimes a hard game, sir, I might be, Sabio says, and cowboy game, oh, fear. Now, so because of a standard pitches near the Intino, and see a foul game need free a chronim a cobono baby no. Also, no call her car president, no. I know. And very, very frustrating. Now, so then Ayala can, Papa no, as I'm not no cano. A gun engine and no worker. But as I know, a Jawa penny, a car president. And a gun and Zega, Okoka for Yenimuniam Nane, Yeniana, Sebu, Yenimuniam, near Pese. Yatutuna sekaka eti papa nse utienin sem na one Ghana de but oye a bit diplomatic o say hadwen na obo one president abaso Kenyan president o say papa no na ni je football no na o say there was a time bia project omoye o Kenya ho no o so be kon say president aba ono ankasa as a supervisor oba be hwe project no ba bi o ma ye de adu ye kroma sikan kra ye yie no ye be di akiri kra hwe se sika ne de ma obenti ana akoto so onfa nkwa ye adwuma no ye nyi akiri nti na Ghana ye ni ba bi e bebo